Hello guys!
We are going to take turns. I will tell a story first, and after she will tell you and tell me a story. What's the name of your story?
40 Thieves.
40 Thieves. I don't know. Have you read the story about the 40 Thieves?
What's your story name?
The name of my story. That's a good question. I don't know, but
What?
it's in my language. I have to translate it from my language. So she's going to tell a story from Turkish to English, but she will tell the story in English. I will also tell a story from my language to English. So I don't know the title in English because it's a name from my language.
Okay, you can say your language name story.
Chiri.
Okay, don't say
Try to say chiri.
chili.
Chiri, yes.
Chili. Cheese.
Yeah, that's the name of the story. So once upon a time...
First, you.
Yeah, first I'm gonna tell. You ready? Once upon a time.
Time.
Yeah. There was a man and a woman. They had, yes, a man and a woman.
Oh, really? Hello. Pew.
No, they didn't fight. Okay, so there was a man and a woman.
Hello.
And they had 5 children.
Ha!
Yes.
5
children, okay? And these 5 children, they loved them so much. And after...
Really?
Okay. There was a little one. The little one, her name was Chiri. I told you the name of that story is Chiri. The little one, her name was Chiri.
Okay.
No Turkish.
Zero Turkish.
So the little one, her name was Chiri. They loved her more than the other 4 sisters and brothers.
Very bad.
Yeah.
If I don't be Chiri, if I be Chiri's sister, I will kill Chiri.
You would kill Chiri? Why?
They love just Chiri.
Yeah, but she was the smallest. Yeah. So she was the smallest. They loved her so much, and every time the sisters argued, what's the meaning of argued?
Kıskanmak.
No, argue, they fight. Like for example, they have this, and everyone says, I want it. No, it's mine. No, it's mine. When they fight for something, yeah. So whenever they fought for something, they argued for something, the parents would say, let her have it. She's the smallest.
Hiçbir şey ona düşmez tabii.
No Turkish. So every time they argued, they would say, let her have it. Let her have it. She's the smallest. She's the youngest. Let her take the gift. Or let her take the good thing. So she always had a chance, okay? So one time, she didn't used to listen to her sisters and brothers. For example, if they say, you should clean the living room, she would say no. She would refuse to listen to them. And they hated this. But they didn't have anything to do.
Brilliant.
Really? Why?
Because they do clean this, clean here.
Yeah, they clean, she doesn't.
Mantıklı.
They do, no Turkish. They do housework, she doesn't do anything. They wash the dishes, she doesn't. She always just sits and eats and does nothing and sleeps. She didn't used to do anything. So one day there was a huge problem where they lived, and there was no food in the neighborhood.
Africa.
Yeah, the story is in Africa. So there was no food. So the parents told the 5 kids to go to...
America.
No. To go to different places, like different forests. What's a forest?
Ülke.
No.
Ulus.
Forest.
Forest,
many trees. The place has very many trees.
Orman.
Yes. So they said you should go to a forest and find food. So the 5 sisters and brothers all went to a forest, but their parents said you shouldn't talk to anyone. Don't talk to anyone you don't know.
Kesin konuştu.
Zero Turkish.
Ama konuştu. Kesin konuştu.
Okay, zero Turkish. Don't say anything in Turkish.
Okay.
Alright, so they went to the forest and they started collecting food. It was very far away from their home. They started collecting food, and when they finished, while they were going back home, it started raining. Raining, what's the meaning of rain?
Yağmur.
Yeah, so it started raining very heavily.
Okay.
And what happened? What do you think happened next?
Everyone died.
Why does everyone die in the story?
The rain is pew.
Yeah, there was a lot of rain, but they didn't die. They couldn't continue to go home. So they saw a house, a small house, and they decided to go and hide in this house to wait for the rain to stop.
Yaşamak için
Mhm.
şey mi yaptılar yani? Yaşama devam mı ettiler?
They hid. What's the meaning of hide?
Yiğit saklandı, tamam.
Yes. So they hid in a house
Evde
to wait.
saklandı.
Yes, to wait for the rain.
Ya ev
to stop.
yıkılırsa?
In English.
If houses
Uh-huh.
pew, what did they do?
I don't know. They didn't know. They just wanted to stay out of the rain.
Really?
So, yeah, that was brilliant. But the house was not for a person. It was for a monster.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm dying.
It was a huge monster. So they hid in the house, and after some minutes, the monster came out.
Öldüler, tamam, oraya kesin öldüler.
No Turkish.
They die, I know, they
didn't
die.
The monster came out and he gave them food. He gave them meat.
Monster.
Meat, yes.
Monster.
Yes.
Impossible.
This is my story.
Okay.
So the monster gave them meat, okay? And the 4 siblings, what's the meaning of siblings?
Paylaşmak.
Siblings, 4 siblings.
Çocuk, ikiz.
Kardeşler. So the 4 siblings said we should not eat the monster's meat.
Why?
Yeah, that's because that's a good question.
He's a monster.
He's a monster. We should not eat his food. He's a monster. The little one didn't listen because she never used to listen. So they hid the meat. What's the meaning of hid?
Sakladı.
Yes. So they hid the meat and the little one ate the meat. So after some time, the rain stopped raining outside.
Wow, good.
Yeah. And they decided to get up and go home.
Okay,
and the monster stood in the door and said, "You can't go. You ate my meat." They said, No, we didn't eat your meat. The first one gave back the meat. The second one gave back the meat, and the monster came out of the door because he was standing in the door. He said, "You can't go." So they got out of the door. He got out of the door. They gave the meat. He got out. Gave the meat. He got out of the door. Got out. He gave the meat. Got out of the door. She had eaten the meat.
Kusun.
What's kusun? Vomit? No, that's impossible. So the little one started crying because the monster said, what do you think the monster said? The monster said something to her. What do you think the monster said?
You stay at here every time.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Exactly. So the monster said, "You're going to stay here because you ate my meat. You will cook for me food. You will do everything for me because you ate my meat." She started crying.
Yeah.
Zero Turkish.
Why she's crying? She can do that and she can go home.
Do what?
do everything and she can go.
No, she was going to stay there forever. And she was going to cook and clean every day. Every day. She was not going to go back to her home.
Princess Bella'yı mı anlatıyorsun teacher?
What?
Princess
In
Bella.
English. Who is Princess Bella?
Really? Okay.
Who is Princess Bella?
Boş ver.
In English. In English. Boş ver in English is never mind.
Nothing.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Yeah. So she started to cry, but she was crying while singing a song. And she was saying, Ondabidanga mama chilio mangina.
What?
That's in my language.
What song?
Ondabidanga mama chilio mangina. Chomwana wigwayanga mama chilio mangina. Hey, chilio mangina.
Türkçe karışık gibime geliyor.
Yeah, my language is like Turkish. So,
English.
her sisters.
You can say English.
I translate the song.
When?
Okay, I will translate the song. She was saying, say hello to my mom, say hello to my dad, tell her that her favorite daughter, the monster, has taken her. The monster is gonna eat her. So she was crying and telling her sisters and brothers to go tell her parents.
Okay.
Yeah. So, so she got, her sisters and brothers ran at home and they told their mother and father, the monster has taken our little sister. He refused to let her go.
Kaçtı mı?
They ran. No, she was still there. The monster was huge.
Ne yaptı? What did she do? I don't understand.
She stayed there. She stayed in the house.
Who eats the...
No, he didn't eat her. She said the monster will eat her. She said this to her sisters.
Who saved from he?
She, the little girl, told her sisters and brothers, the 4 sisters and brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they ran to her parents and they told them.
Okay.
So the parents collected the neighbors. Neighbors? What's the meaning of neighbors?
Topladı meyveleri.
Neighbors.
Ormana gitmişlerdi.
Yes, but they ran home.
Onlar evdeler şimdi o zaman.
Eve koştular.
Tamam.
They ran home and they told their mother and father.
Anne babaları neredeydi?
Evdeydi. At home.
He.
So they told them, the monster has taken our little sister.
What's neighbor?
Neighbors. Komşu.
Komşu.
Yes. People around their house.
Okay.
So they collected the neighbors, yani komşuları topladılar.
Allah.
Exactly. So they collected the neighbors and they went to the forest. And when they came to the forest, guess what happened?
They kill monster.
No. Why do you want them to kill the monster?
Because the monster is bad. Kötü ceza vermiş. Mantıklı bir ceza vermiş.
How is he bad?
Daha mantıklı bir ceza verebilirdi.
In English.
She can go his parents, but if she doesn't came here, the master can be
Ceza, punishment.
Punishment.
Which kind of punishment, for example?
She can go his parents, but she can came again.
So you wanted the monster to let her go
and came again.
She can come again and clean the house and cook. If you were the little girl, would you come back and clean if the monster lets you to go?
Baştan öyle bir yanlış yapmazdım zaten.
Okay, in English.
The first, I don't do false.
Yeah, you wouldn't eat the meat. Exactly. So when they came to the forest, the monster had turned into a very beautiful and handsome prince.
Biliyordum. Prenses Bella'nın hikayesi.
English ama.
Princess Bella, please teacher, please. Where is the princess? Princess Bella, Princess Bella.
Is that the Princess Bella story?
İddiasına varım.
She's trying to open
Çevirmiş.
my laptop and show me Princess Bella.
Çevirmiş.
Let's see, Princess Bella. Is that the story for Princess Bella?
Yes, like
Ah,
Chicken
really?
Prensler. Yeah, we are the champion. Biliyordum çünkü
But in
kaçırılmıştı.
English?
Goodbye. Finish.
So that was the end of the story, and everyone was happy. The parents let her marry the prince, and it was a good story.
Prince, when she...
So you're gonna tell me your story
1 minute.
next.
When he be prince, how can he be prince?
He turned into a prince.
Huh?
He turned into a prince.
Huh?
He turned. What's the meaning of turned?
Dönüşmek.
Yes.
Huh?
So he turned into a prince.
It's a copy. It's a copy.
Really? Well, that's a story from my country and translated. Tell me your story.
It's beginning. Kırk haram iler, kırk haram yeriz. Asmak, kesmek, kelle uçurmak, hırsızlıkta adam vurmak. Kırk haram iler, kırk haram yeriz.
You're gonna translate the song.
Fifth, 40, thief can get 40 bad thing.
Okay.
Haram, pislik yani gibi. Yemek, pislik yemek, haram yemek. Kötülük.
Kötü, bad food.
Kötü şey yemek değil. Yemek mecazi. Kötü şeyler yapmak.
Doing bad things.
Doing bad things.
Okay.
They say we are 40 thieves and
we are the 40 thieves.
and we are doing 40 things. Bad things.
We are stealing 40 things, for example.
Şarkısını İngilizce açabilir miyiz? Please, please, please.
Okay. No. First you tell me, after we can translate the story. First you tell me the story.
Just a song. Just a song.
Alright guys, we are gonna get back to explaining the story. Let's first translate the story.
1 minute.
The song. Alright guys, we are back, continuing with our story.
Okay. And Ali Baba is not rich now, but later
Okay.
he go to interesting Mara
Cave.
cave, and
So he went to an interesting cave.
and he just go to work,
Okay.
and one day the 40 thieves is going to the
Cave.
What
We're
cave?
going, not is going. We're going to a cave.
we're going to a cave,
Okay.
and they say açıl susam açıl.
Open sesame, open.
Open sesame, open sesame. Şey değil mi sucuk? Ay salam.
No.
Susam.
Sesame. Okay, open sesame.
Open sesame, open, and the
Cave. Let's write this word
Yay.
down. Cave. Where can I write? Cave.
and the cave is open, and Ali Baba see the very much money, and the 40 thieves is look at the money and they go again.
Okay.
Then they went,
Mhm.
and Ali Baba go to the cave and he say, open sesame, open, and he go to, he see the monies, but some get the money and he go to work again,
Okay.
and he's
How much money did he get? A little bit or
a little
lot
bit.
of money?
No, a little bit.
So he got a little bit of the money. Okay.
And his brother is öğrendi. Öğrendi, öğrendi. Öğrenmek.
His brother learned.
Learned.
Mhm.
Direkt böyle. Tamam. His brother learned the monies and cave and
How did he learn about the money?
tartı.
What's that? What's tartı?
Kilogram.
Kilogram, for saying kilogram.
Pim.
That's called a weighing scale.
Weighing.
Weighing scale. So his brother learned about the money from the weighing scale.
Yes, because he see the Ali Baba is tartmak.
Weighing
With the weighing scale his monies
Okay.
and the
How did
kilogram.
he see? How did he
Kilogram
see?
is very much, and
Okay.
he understand it's a very much money because how can he waiting how it was waiting that very much. It's a money. He know one thing and he followed his and the brother followed the Ali Baba. And
Did Ali Baba know that his brother was following him?
Yes, and
He knew?
No,
He didn't.
He learning
So Ali Baba was going
to
and his
cave
brother was
again.
following.
Yes.
Did Ali Baba know that
No.
his brother? So
No.
he secretly followed him.
Evet, gizlice.
Yes, secretly, yes. Okay. So he secretly followed Ali Baba. And what happened?
Ali Baba and
what?
And his brother followed, and they come to Ali Baba is come to cave.
Okay.
And he welcome, and he came to in the cave. He
said the magic words.
Yes, and
the cave opened.
Yes. Open sesame, open.
Okay.
And he go hop. And he again go.
Okay.
And his brother cup.
So did his brother know the magic words to open the cave?
Yes, he said, open sesame, open.
Okay.
Because he listened.
He heard.
He heard.
He heard Ali Baba say, open sesame, open.
Yes, and he get the monies, but later he's in the cave. He forget the magical thing.
Really?
Yes, open sucuk diyor.
Open what?
Sucuk.
Sausage.
Open sausage, open tomato, but he forget. And later, 40 fingers come to cave, and his brother.
What's?
And kellesi
So they killed him.
Çünkü paraları alırken.
In English.
Nothing.
So they killed him because he was stealing their money.
Yes,
and what happened next?
And his karısı, eşi.
His what? His wife?
His wife.
1 minute, I need this pencil. So his wife
Say, we follow. He follow from Ali Baba saying. His wife, not Ali Baba's wife, brother's wife. He follow you because you have a very much money, and what happened to her, and they learn.
Who said this? His wife?
His
Ali
wife.
Baba's wife or his brother's wife?
His brother's wife.
Okay.
And Ali Baba be very rich, but his brother
became very rich.
But Ali Baba is very good. Very good man, but his brother is not good man.
Why do you say he wasn't a good man? Did he do anything bad?
Aç gözlü.
What's that in English?
Açmak, open eyes.
Open eyes? No, greedy.
Greedy.
So he was a greedy
was a
man.
greedy man, yes.
Did
His brother.
His brother was very greedy.
Uh-huh.
Did he steal things from other people?
No.
Why?
Yes. He get. No, I don't know.
Okay.
But
And
they
what
are
happened
bad.
after?
Kır karamile,
They
kır
started singing.
karamiriz. Yes.
Okay, where were they going to while singing this song?
They are bad men.
Okay, bad men.
40 thieves.
Mhm.
40 haramiler, 40 haram yeriz. 40 but very much. Asmak, kesmek, kelle uçurmak, hırsızlıktan adam asmak. 40 haramiler, 40 haram yeriz.
Okay, and then?
The end.
No,
Yes.
I think there is more.
No.
Are you sure?
Ben bu kadarını babamdan öğrendim. Sonra karısı ağlamıştı.
In English?
I don't know. His wife is crying and
So
the end.
his wife cried.
But they are bad.
Is that the end of the story? Because I think I've heard the same story in English, but this wasn't the end. There was a slight continuation.
I know that, just that.
Because in the end, something else happened. In the story I heard.
Which stories?
Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, because it's also a story in English.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Why you say that?
But sometimes stories are a little bit different. They change from one country to another.
My
For
father
example,
is telling me like this.
Okay, maybe
For
there are
example.
different versions. What's the meaning of version?
Version. Ulus, millet,
Version? No.
ülke.
For example, how can I explain version? For example, you hear a story. For example, I told you a story from my language, from my country, and you said it's Princess Bella, but I have not watched Princess Bella. Just my grandparents told me this story.
Princess Bella.
Yeah, but this is what I'm talking about. There are different versions of every story.
But it's Princess Bella.
Yes.
Really, Princess Bella?
Yes. For example, your story about Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, the story I had continues. This is not the end of the story.
Ediyor muydu?
Yes, it continues.
Hadi canım.
So this is how it continues. This is how it continues. The thieves thought, I think this man, how can he know about the cave? Somebody told him, or maybe he told somebody else. So they came to the town and started looking for who is somebody who just got rich instantly. What's the meaning of instantly?
Sadece. Gerektiği kadar.
No, instantly, show you. Instantly.
Pat diye.
Yeah, evet. Yani böyle
Bir kerede.
biri zengin olmuş. So they were looking for somebody who just got rich. And they were asking from one house to another. 1 minute. They were asking from one house to another, continuing.
Yeah,
and they found... Get off the computer. Get off the computer. Yeah, we are going to watch that. We are going to watch that. Please.
Teacher!
Peeps, help.
Alibaba ve...
Yeah, we are going to watch this. So what happened next? They came to the house of Alibaba.
Good question.
And they pretended to be different people. They didn't say we are 40 thieves. They said we are just passing through, going to another city. And don't look at those dogs.
It's a monkey.
We are continuing.
Okay, but it's monkey.
Very good. So they said we are just passing through this city. For example, they come to Izmir. They say we are going to Istanbul, but it's night. We cannot continue because it's late.
Huh?
What did I say?
Gece olmuş
Hı-hı.
ama devam ediyormuşuz.
Evet, devam etmemiz
Ama geç
lazım.
olmuş.
Ama gece olduğu için devam edemeyiz. So we can't continue because it's late. So Ali Baba said, okay, you can stay at my house. And the 40 thieves hid in a drum. Do you know drum?
Aa, bir şeyler olmuştu, hatırladım.
See, there is a continuation to that story.
But I can't translate.
40 thieves. So they hid in the drums and I don't know, I can't see the images. Yeah, not maybe that. So the man lied that he's selling oil around. They hid in the drums and the drums were brought into the house of Ali Baba. And his maid was cooking food for these guests.
Şey oldu ama.
No, what? In English.
Nothing.
Come on, something happened. What happened?
They bayıltmak. Bayıltmak.
Fainted?
They fainted his man and the ghost is bad ghost.
Yeah, they were bad guests.
Ve
And?
Kırkaramilerin adamları değil, Türklerin adamları çıktı ve onları öldürdü. Nasıl ama?
How? Yes, that's my question. How did they kill them? No.
Bıçakla o zaman.
No.
Neydi ya? Poşetin içinde bir şekilde öldürüyorlar. Bir şey döküyorlar poşetin içine. İçine ne dökebilirler?
In English.
Sıcak çorba. İngilizcesi neydi? Soup. Hot soup.
Yes.
Evet, ve adamlar
So they
yanar.
Yeah, exactly. So you see that was a continuation to the story.
Evet ama azıcık.
Evet ama o azıcık çok önemliydi. Guys, thanks for listening. I hope you liked the two stories. If you've had the stories before or different stories, please let us know which stories you've had before. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.